Sergio Studios. Extra. Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Sergio Dominguez with another animation look through, and this is the Sergio Show episode 100! Yeah! The edited version! Oh. But still, there's some things I do want to talk about in whatever portion of the episode I'm going to show you that I'm comfortable talking about animation-wise. So let's get started. This was made, I think maybe a while before the 100th episode for a college project. That's why it looks like that with the blue blur and the way it moves. And if you notice this logo and the original Sergio Studios logo, it's not exactly aligned properly. It looks smushed together. It is because I did have to, this was done in After Effects while the original was done in Toon Boom. So that's why it looks a little bit off in terms of alignment and execution, but yeah, this still looks really cool. It's a nice swift look. Then I add my animation here. Then I walk in and boom. Because at the time it was going to be a very big episode. It is, but it was such a big episode I wanted to add a little intro animation to the 100th episode. Because I did hype this at the time as a big episode. But then I had to cut it back, and a lot of it was season 11, and I've mentioned this a lot of times. It is what it is, but it's the episode we got for only 6 months, and then I got to re-edit it again. So this episode's been through the ringer. It's been through the ringer. So after the intro, we got a nice fade out, and I wanted to start off by showing how far I've come within those 5 years of the show, and wanted to be a little 1 minute prequel to what happened before the show just started. So that's why it took place the same day it came out, and before I went to my desk to make history, as nobody says, I have a little conversation with my littlest sister in here. And this is funny, but if you notice this design, yeah, very sloppy, really weird looking, but again, like I've said before, still learning, or working with what I got. But the thing I never noticed, this is like a filled in part of the hair that I don't know what happened, but it just fell out or just went out. So her hair is just not completely colored in, and a piece of it is just outside the hair design. I did not notice that until lately. My gosh. And as you can see, I didn't care about the lip sync. I just let Toon Boom do the work. But I think this is one of the last episodes where I just let Toon Boom do the work, and I would look over the animation other than just give Toon Boom the shot. Just have Toon Boom do it, but then I would look over certain frames to get the lip sync just right. But then later on, I would just be like, yeah, I'll do it sometimes. I'll phone it in because it's just so much work. But yeah, this is the original model of me from 2008. From the first season, even the first episode, yeah, I still have that. And this was going to be a part of a bigger story if you also count a season 11 part of episode 100. That's how it's supposed to make sense. But yeah, but this was supposed to be a nice nod to myself from 5 years ago to show how far I've come and what were the events before history was never made. Another thing I do want to bring up, this is an HD, widescreen format, but at the time, I did it 4:3 aspect ratio, and for that case, I just took the HD 16:9 and added black squares. I think I did it too narrow, even though, yeah, I did it too narrow. Tried not to, but it didn't matter anyway. Yes, believe it or not, it was easy to animate how I animated 5 years ago with these loose arm movements and just simple tweening and composing and just moving the hand around and stuff. So easy. Look at that. Look what's gonna happen. Oh, and then it's supposed to connect well if you saw the first episode. So if you watch this and you got up to here and then watch the first episode, it would just fit together like a glove. And I would do kind of more episodes associated with it, but I don't want to talk too much about that for now. Song parody. Oh, wait, let me see something. It's been a while since I saw this. I think it was 2018 when I did commentary. Yes, I wanted my head down and then up. So these are just hand-drawn frames. I just hand drew this, and then cut to this to have the head tilt up. I think it was missing maybe 2 more frames of the head going up, and maybe this needed to be more round, but I needed to also show you that this is my head tilting down, so I got it, yeah. This is a song parody. I never got to learn to switch the shoulders, so that's why that shape is always there. And fun poses and all that stuff. But even then, I still have a lot to learn animation-wise. You always do, no matter what. But you know, this even need more finessing than it needed back then in 2013, late 2013. Oh, Juan's there and Neil. Oh, there we go. Wonderful, am I right? And that's it. Wait, was it? No. Bed of donuts. I drew one donut and just repeated it. Yeah, that was a reused drawing of bacon that I just turned into a boat. Yeah. God. I thought this song parody was a fun idea. And I was celebrating myself in my achievement of 100 episodes in 5 years. So I understand what I was doing. Like right here, wee! Milestone episodes are fun episodes because they are always for the fans. They're such an achievement and an endurance test for people who make this kind of content. And I was really glad to make it to it and in 5 years. And wonderful. Let's get to the next one I can comfortably show. Again, I brought this up before, but I'll bring it up again. This is all drawn in, but did I miss it? No, right? Let me see. I want to show the moment where it turns into a JPEG image of the background. There we go. Drawing JPEG, drawing JPEG, drawing JPEG, because the drawing parts had so many layers to it that yeah, I had to turn into a JPEG image so it can just be one small image instead of so many vector graphics being held together, so the software won't crash that often. So that was the strategy at the time. But look, oh yeah, this part is if you notice, also the quality changed to pixelated to a little bit more refined. It is because they're all exported each frame for this thing that I mentioned before. But I think this is part of the edited edition because I went back to the old animation files and had to re-edit some things. So it wasn't just editing, but going back to the original animation files and editing it so it can be safe. But look at me just having a good time and just, warming up for the big thingy. Let me see if I can get to it. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Oh, what? Rocket. I wanted fireworks, so I just did one rocket, did an animation, then repeated and moved it a little bit and retimed it. So it can be one at a time. And it looks so good. It looks so good. Look at the rockets and their red glare. All prepping for the next animation shot that I'm very happy about. Look at, I love this image. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here we really go. Look at this. Yay. Now, this is all hand-drawn animated, but at the time, I only had like a Wacom bamboo tablet, so it was a little bit tough. But I did it just for this, because of a celebratory moment. Yeah, we did it. Oh my gosh. But you can see little details. I didn't do a rough animation. I just animated straightforward. Because, you know, I didn't want to rough animate it. I just want to just animate it, and if there's anything wrong, I can just fix it in the moment. So you can also see a little outline just popping through here and a little bit here, you know. So there you go with that. But it still came out really cute, and I knew what I wanted to do, like the eye, those happy eyes. Whee! And some outlines. There was one part where I was like, oh, I didn't close it. Let me use the close fill tool. And there you go with that one. 100 episodes. Wow, yeah. And every frame is just not the same. Which is fine. I want it to be exciting and zippy, so that kind of animation needs that. Even one frame where it's just e, ooh, ooh, e. A little smear, a little smear. A simplified smear, but a smear. That one's simple. One drawing of me doing that, and I just had to move it a little bit here and just recycle it. Yeah, that was a good cheat. Yeah. Same thing with that one. Still image, but move the head a little bit, a couple frames. That's why it looks off. Ah, beautiful. You can see that in better quality in its own little video without the 100 episode graphic and context. Because I still love how I animated that. Alright, I just want to skip to the song parody-ish thing. Well, because it was just a story, I guess, because I took away the song part of this sequence, and I love the animators bar so much. Yeah, look at all these cuts. Look at all these cheap cuts. Zoom in because I gotta cut some people out. So this is just full of shame. So much shame, but I couldn't throw away my precious animation. But this is some nice imagery. I just took that and one layer and just animated up and down with a tween. Like these slippers, especially this one for some reason. Yeah. Yeah, this was just sloppy. But it was still the most time I could have given it because I re-edited this. Yeah, this was re-edited in 2017, and I did it in such a short amount of time. I had other things to do, and it was under some unfortunate circumstances between all that. But I pulled through, and it became a much more easy to watch episode. I don't know. No one ever tells me. Let me know in the comments down below if you can tolerate this. All right, I love this gag. I love this gag of the cell phone where I'm just like, really? Sure, deal. I turned down that deal kind of thing. So that was a cute joke. So for this one, that was good. Okay, this one, I couldn't throw the animation of this away, and I like this look, even though if it looks lame for some of you, it looks funny in a corny way. Oh, and this, I was trying to just satirize the animation process with a, rap-inspired song, I guess. Hip-hop, I don't know. But it was fun. I just had, at the time, so much energy, so much passion, and I was so excited that this episode was so going to be so big and so fun. And it was, and it was such a compromise to keep this animation without proper context, but maybe the original context wasn't that good compared to the re-edited version. I'm not sure. But this one was nice. A lot of effects here. Love this part. Since it was just line animation and a cycle of the paper flipping and trying to teach the animation a little bit. Yep, this is animation. Oh, a lot of good effects. Circles and all that stuff. Beautiful. Very beautiful. Oh, gosh, look. So good. Oh, I mean, I think just looking at it is just fine. Fair enough. Now I'm just scrolling by. Let's see. Yeah, and that's it. It ended abruptly. I apologize, but that's all I can show for you comfortably and without any getting, for the most part, trouble. Of this animation look through of episode 100. Yes, this episode is a tragic backstory, but it still is an entertaining episode, and I hopefully rectified it with episode 200 or the episodes after 100. But yeah, that era, I've talked about it a lot of times. There are videos if you want to check that out about this backstory along with the first 100. But yeah, still entertaining to look through whatever I could look through, and I hope you enjoyed it too. So again, questions, comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. I am Sergio Dominguez saying have an animated day. Yeah.